Do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever heard that faint pop or creak in the night you could not explain away? Or felt that chill come over you in a darkened room? As always, I am your spooky narrator Rocabibaby. And in this video I will be presenting a series of photographs, guaranteed to make you sleep with the lights on. Sit back and relax. Allow the goosebumps to come. We all like being scared. Sometimes. In June 1888, Gaston Hardy and his pregnant wife, Sue Howard, were parishioners at St. Philip's Church. Tragically, on June 10th, their child was stillborn. Then, 6 days later, Sue Howard also died. It's unclear what caused her death, but many speculate that it was from complications from childbirth. Regardless, that's not the real story here. The real story is what happened 99 years later. On June 10, 1987, local amateur photographer Harry Reynolds was snapping pictures around the cemetery at St. Philip's Church. Harry is a native Charlestonian who grew up just down the street from St. Philip's Church Cemetery. So, even though the main gate to the cemetery was locked, he knew that he could still get a shot of most of the cemetery by poking his camera through the bars on the rear gate. Harry took several photos and sent them for development. He noticed nothing unusual about any of them until he got to this one. The photo has been scrutinized over and over. Reynolds personally sent the photo and the negatives to Kodak. Kodak examined and tested the photo, but could find nothing to explain or disprove what is seen: a shawled figure that appears to be bent over the infant's grave. This ghost photo appeared in the Daily Mail on January 26, 2012. According to the backstory, a demolition supervisor took the photo before demolishing the old Victorian home in Kendal, Cumbria, England. A woman named Frances Grimshaw used to run a guest house from the property, and her son believes she appeared in the photo to protest the demolition. "That is my mother. I'm totally convinced," he said. "She used to stand in that room for hours on the phone. It was the guest house reception and she took bookings from there." Demolition workers were previously unnerved when a chandelier in the home began swaying for no apparent reason. Charlie Preston got an incredible photo in July of 2010. The photo shows what appears to be a small child staring out the window of Savannah's famously haunted home at 432 Abercorn Street. Legend has it a girl died in the house after her father tied her to a chair and left her to die of heat exhaustion. Could this be her? Or is it merely a case of extreme pareidolia? Here is Charlie's account of the night. "We recently did the Sixth Sense tour on Thursday and saw nothing, although the house was extremely spooky. We decided to go back alone last night and noticed that the 12 o'clock tour group was already at the Mercer house, so we pulled up alongside 432 and took a few pictures. At first my boyfriend took a few, but as I was closest to the house in the car, I rolled the window down and aimed the camera as I was too scared to look. The house seriously gives me the creeps, yet I'm so fascinated with the story. I took 3 pictures and zoomed in on one of them and came face to face with a little girl." Mary King's Close in Edinburgh, Scotland has long had a reputation for being haunted. This photo from the real Mary King's Close, a company offering tours of the underground street, reportedly shows a ghost after hours. The image comes from an infrared camera the company uses to snap pictures of tourists. Is it a ghost or merely a marketing ploy? The Ghost Boy in Disney's Haunted Mansion. Rumor has it that years ago, a woman approached Disney saying that one of her sons had been killed and that he had absolutely loved the haunted mansion. She wanted to spread his ashes in the mansion, but Disneyland of course said no. So, the woman got on the ride and at some point dumped the ashes out anyway. Whether or not the story is true, CNN did report that the family of a 7-year-old boy did indeed dump his ashes in Disneyland's Haunted Mansion ride. Weird stuff started happening after that. Once, As guests were getting off the ride, they reported to the cast member at unload that there was a little kid running around the ballroom scene. So, the member sends security in to look, but they don't find anything. Similarly, guests have reported seeing a little boy standing alone at the exit and crying. Some have said that when they asked him if he needed help, he acted like they weren't there. Some have even said he disappeared. Of course, by the time they tell a member about the boy and the member goes to check it out, he's long gone. Thank you for watching. Please leave your own chilling accounts in the comments below. And until next time, stay spooky.